SVIIT, Sri Vaishnav Vidyapit Vishwavidyalaya, Indore since 2nd Jan 2023. She has completed MTech as well as PhD in Computer Science and Engineering with specialization in Cloud Computing and Optimizations from Maulana Azad National Institute of Technology, Bhopal in 2021. She has around 12 years of teaching experience and 5 years of research experience. Before joining SVV, she has earlier worked as assistant professor in Department of Computer Science, Engineering, Sri Govindram Shekhisri Institute of Technology and Science under World Bank project. She has successfully completed one research project sponsored by the World Bank under the NPIU CRS scheme and also registered one granted patent and AWS Foundation certifications. She has published a good number of publications in reputed Scopus Index journal and conferences, and also 3 Scopus Index books chapters. Apart from these qualifications, Dr. Sonika Srivastava has qualified GATE in 2 times. She has guided many MTech and BTech students, and she has special expertise in programming language C++, Java, Python, and cloud computing platform, Amazon Web Services. Dr. Sonika Srivastava. So with this, I would like to invite our expert speaker to start the sessions. Over to you, ma'am. Hello, ma'am, please.
Yes. Good morning, one and all. Good morning, one and all.
Hello, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am, you are properly audible.
And
yeah,
my screen is visible to all?
Yeah, ma'am, your slide is visible. Ma'am, please zoom now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sorry for the interruption. In between, please mute your mic, please, everyone. It's a humble request. Yeah, ma'am, please start now.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Myself, Dr. Sonika Srivastava. From the bottom of my heart, I will thank Dr. Upinder, the Vice Chancellor of SVV, and Dr. Anand Rajawat, sir, Director, SVIIT, to giving me opportunity to present my work on blockchain technology on this learning in very important interdisciplinary research platform, Udhbhavana 2023. Above all, I would also like to thank coordinator Dr. Shobha Jain ma'am for motivating me for this event, which is one of the important events of this SVV team. In the present scenario, research and innovation is one of the key to success. Today is also a great day for an Indore to host Smart City Conclave 2023. As par with this theme, my topic is also blockchain technology, benefits, challenges, and application matched to this smart city concept, because it is one of the way to secure the digital platform in the present scenario. What is a blockchain? Now, continuing with my topic, blockchain is a cutting-edge technology which is now used to secure any of the digital platform. As you all know, with the year 2022, everyone and everything is going to be in online. Either it is a transaction, digital transaction, or either it is an educational mode, or either it is a health-related, or either it is a drone, and anything that is automation, everything is an online and digital platform. So how we can secure? One of the challenge is to secure the digital platform. So blockchain is one of the technology which is going to secure the digital platform. What is blockchain? Now, continuing with my presentation, this is an outline. What is introduction and what is, these are the pillars, benefits, real world application challenges, conclusion, and references. Okay, blockchain is what? Blockchain is a shared immutable ledger that facilitates process of recording, transaction, and tracking asset in a business network. Means blockchain is a series of block or a chain of block that is connected to each other in the form of a chain in which every block is a set of transaction. And this transaction is not only a cryptocurrency. Earlier, when I started my learning to this research in blockchain, I have confirmed that blockchain means Bitcoin or a cryptocurrency. But no, blockchain is not a cryptocurrency. It is one of the technology which is used by the cryptocurrency. Okay, so it is one of the technology which is used by the cryptocurrency, and it can be applied in many other applications. Like it can be applied in supply chain management, it can be applied in healthcare management, it can be applied in drone, as well as it can be applied in defense area. Now it is like, you know, it's a smart city. How it the data is very important. As you all know, data is very important. And as you know, even Facebook is not is also using your data to be sold to the different other organization. So how you can secure it? You can secure it using the blockchain. So blockchain is one of the way through which you can secure your data. Okay, so this data is an asset. It can be a tangible or intangible. Means tangible, as you know, it's in house car, which is a physical, and intangible like your patent, your copyright, your book chapters, or your digital documents like in e-registry. Earlier, you know, you want a land registry that is only a handmade document, and everything should be in handheld. Data should be there. There should be a book of record, book of ledger, that it should be placed there. But now it is in the online platform. So how it is maintaining? How, whenever, if it is my land, it should be shown that I am the owner. And if it is sold to other person, it should be given that he is the owner, because there are many theft now happening. Whenever a land is unauthorized way can be transferred, it is already not their property. They sold the land property to other person. So this is one of the theft which is going to be happen. But now with the use of blockchain, this can be restricted. So how it can be restricted? That is my motive. So to share with you how this blockchain is used in healthcare industry, how it can be used in government agency, how it can be used in various automation like driving car, and as well as your drone. Where, and as you all know, now in future, autonomous car or a drone can be used to supply the things. So how even now it's using. So how this data can be restricted? How this data hacking can be restricted? So this is what the aim of blockchain. So how the blockchain is basically a decentralized and distributed ledger. What is mean by decentralized? Decentralized means there is no central authority. Otherwise, like suppose if we want a transaction that is a transaction which is there is a central authority, a central server, and the central servers fail, then the things will be distracted and discontinued. So this technology work on decentralized and distributed ledger technology. As you know, what is distributed ledger technology? Ledger technology means there are a set of nodes connected in the blockchain network, and each node have a database that is connected to, is replicated in each and every of the node, and there it is same for all the nodes. So, and it is encrypted and digitally signed by the authority which has changed or which has added that data in the blockchain network. So this is the way through which we can secure our data. So it is the concept which was devised in 2008 by one of the group of scientists, which is known as Satoshi Nakamoto. You can say it, but it is a group of scientists which have developed the cryptocurrency. But now this blockchain technology is used in many of the area like finance, banking, industry, business process management, even supply chain, and many other. So what is the need? It is first of the important aspect which blockchain is introducing. It eliminates the need of third party. Means every node is important for the blockchain network. No central authority is there, and no main ways to single point of failure. So it avoids single point of failure. And it should be a transparent and accountable. How it can be transparent? Because there is a use of digital signature, and digital signature means there is a use of cryptography. As you all know, cryptography means there are two types of cryptography, public and private. So it is using the cryptography, asymmetric cryptography, which helpful to save your data, to secure your data, and it also use a hashing technique, which will use to save the integrity of the data. So integrity of the data will be maintained by very easily and through the blockchain network. So it can help in securing application frauds like internet fraud, malware, attack, hacking, and everything which you think can be possible with your data. So please try. This technology is very important, and now it is the main aim of any of the keys to success to any of the country. Like in national NEP policy, as well as the national policy is also implementing this blockchain. The blockchain, like in any of the security, like we have now reached to the Chandrayaan mission. So also everybody is watching us and taking our data. So how we can secure it? So blockchain is one of the technique through which we can secure any of the hacking as well as attacks on our data. So it is a trusted digital platform which facilitates delivery of citizen and businesses a secure platform for data exchange. Like suppose if a government want to share e-registry, or government want to share any of the documents, so they can take, like suppose it's a petroleum industry. Petroleum industry want to share that a data. So they want, if means petrol price is now this. What are the different type of actors in petroleum industry? One is government, one is the retailer, one is the producer, and another is the customer. So these are these are the nodes of the blockchain. Okay, and there is a ledger, means there are database which is replicated in each of the nodes. Means same data is there in every node. So if government has changed the price, so the government should digitally sign and send the blocks in the network, then send the data in the network, and it is replicated in each node. So if after some time, or after a year, your government cannot deny that I have not changed the price. Likewise, this trusted network can be maintained through blockchain network. So the ability of blockchain technology is to record transaction on the distributed ledger with the new opportunities to improve transparency, prevent fraud, and establish trust in the public sector. So it is one of the important technology which is now using in the blockchain network. As you know, smart city is also implementing this blockchain concept. Without this, there is no security. If we want our data to be safe, our citizen data should be safe. We should identity management, our data, our Aadhaar card data and all that should not be hacked by anyone. Then we should use blockchain, and it is using in by the industry, as well as many industry like Facebook and many other industries, which are the giants. They are using blockchain in their network. So what is blockchain? Basically, it is a timestamp. It is an append-only lock. Append-only lock means once you have created the blocks, or you have added the data in the block, it cannot be changed. It cannot be the one you have digitally signed the data. It cannot be changed. It is immutable. Means once it is added, it is immutable. How it is immutable? Because I have said that there are the pillars like hashing and cryptography, which is used there. If you change the data, then every data should be changed, because it is a chain of the blocks. The chain of the blocks, one block is changed, the hash is changed. Hash is changed, then another block has to be changed. So everything has to be changed. So to secure this network, you have to maintain a it is a hardcore security provided for the data. So it is secured by hash function, which is tamper resistant, and integrity. Means integrity is maintained through hashing. And digital signature means you cannot deny I have not changed the data. You cannot deny and I have not updated this data, because it is verified and then added in the blocks. Okay. And there is a consensus or an agreement protocol which is maintained between the nodes that is helpful in the maintaining the security. Okay, so it is a trust network which is maintained. Next is how its architecture, main architecture or main pillar of this blockchain network. There are interface, there is a consensus mechanism. I will explain everything. What is transaction, what are blocks, how it is governed. This is the basic architecture. Okay, so it is a simple block header, and or we can say it's a block, and these green or highlighted points are the block headers. Each block means there is a set of nodes, and each node are having this type of ledger, and each ledger have set of blocks, and each block contains this type of details. Like one block contain hash pointer to the previous block. This hash pointer is the main aim to secure your data. As there, this hash pointer is connected to previous block. So if we change in one block, if done by the one block, then it should be reflected by the next block. So you cannot deny that I have changed this. So every process is very secure. There is a timestamp, means whenever you change the data or when you are updated the block, that timestamp is saved in the header. And there is a nonce. It is a high prime number and a very costly computation that is added to increase the security. And this Merkle tree root is also one of the way in which this hash are added, hash of the data are added, and the root is created, Merkle tree root. And this is the security which is maintained by the blockchain architecture. Okay, so block contain details of transaction, hash of the previous blocks, timestamp, which create the security. It is difficult for an adversary to modify the stored detail at majority point when compared with a centralized system. As you know, in centralized system, there is a single point of failure. If the server is down, then everything is down. Here, even if the one node is down, then only the blockchain network will work. Okay, so how actually the transaction is maintained and how actually you can add the data or a node can add the data in the blocks. Okay, so as you know, transaction does not mean that it is a Bitcoin or it is a financial transaction. Transaction means a document. It can be a document, it can be a data, it can be your paper, it can be your copyright, everything that you want is a transaction, either tangible or intangible. Okay, someone requested a transaction, so it has requested, then these are the set of nodes, each is having the ledger. Okay, it is a peer-to-peer network. So peer-to network means there is no central authority which is acting as a server. So this network is very secure, as well as no single point of failure is there. It consists of, okay, these nodes. Once you added any transaction, then it should be verified. That is, a miners are there. These miners are there that will, these nodes will, with some mathematical calculation, they will verify whether your transaction is accurate or not. If it is accurate, with this calculation, the transaction is added in the block, and block is digitally signed, and then this transaction will be added in the block. It is verified. So transaction is verified by the participant of the blockchain, means one of the miner will verify. And this miner, who is the miner? Miner is the node which is going to add the block. And then when the block is added, it is replicated to each and every node. Once they verify the transaction, these create a new block is added, and it is replicated to all the blocks. So the updated data will be present in every node. So that in this way, the transaction is done. As I said, it is replicated in every node. So one point of one may ask, that means it is very tough to maintain. It needs very large space, because everything is updated and everything is replicated. Then how much data should be there? How much space we require? So yes, it is the way it's required many space, lot of space, and lot of computational power. But what happens? There are ways to reduce the space using indexing. As you all know, hash tables. Hash tables are used to store the index, and these index, if there is an update in the data, then hash index will be updated. So this way you can reduce the size of the space which is needed for blockchain network. Okay, suppose one example I also give. Suppose you have a owner of the car. As you all know, if you sell in second hand your car, if you sell your car in the second hand manner, then what happen if the registry is not exchanged and the ownership is not changed? If a person to which you have sold the car has given some an accident or doing some theft with using your car, then you will be caught by the police. So how it can be regulated? It can easily, these record can be regulated using blockchain network. Okay, how? Basically every node having the data, there is means there are the three stakeholders: manufacturer, dealer, leasing company, and scrap merchant. Okay, so everyone has having the record of assets. Means I am the owner, everyone has that record. Once you transfer the registry, you will sign that, you will transfer the car to another person, then you will transfer the ownership and digitally sign the data, and your owner will also, your buyer is also sign the data, and it will be updated in the record. Okay, so after this record is maintained, the government, if there is any theft, the government cannot blame you for this theft because it is properly maintained in their ledger. So in this way, a simple example which is used for to secure any of the data. Okay, so the main pillar of the blockchain technology are shared ledger, cryptography, hashing, consensus algorithm, and smart contract. As you know, I have already shared what is shared ledger. Shared ledger means it is an append-only ledger which is shared by every node. Append-only means once you have added, it cannot be changed. It is immutable. So it if you change, it is not possible to change your data. Even if you want anything, any manner, mathematical manner you want to share, it is impossible because hash is saved. And if you change the hash, whole block, chain of block has to be changed, which is not possible for a single node to change the data. Then what is cryptography? As you all know, cryptography is one of the way for encryption and decryption. Encryption, you know, we can made into an unintelligible form the data, and hashing is basically for integrity. Hashing means integrity means integrity means if you have changed a single bit, then the user will be identified that will be changed. There is a change in the data. So this hash is very important. So in the mathematical model, it is using very tough concepts for security. Okay, then consensus algorithm, also very important algorithms, which I will discuss later on, and smart contracts. What is smart contract? Is one of the digital contract which is used. It is also type of agreement which is made between the nodes. Okay, I will take one example. Suppose there is a buyer of, suppose there, you know, in supply chain management, if you want, I am a seller of fruit. And I want to send my fruit to many of the places in India. So what I will happen, I will transport, there is a transporter, and I will share with him this day my box of fruits will be given to them, and it will distribute to various cities of India. But what happens if my fruits are in not a good condition? Then if I will send from Indore to Bangalore, then it will get destroyed. So what in the smart contract, we can write a certain type of code through which at in between, using a sensor technology, it can be checked. And through this smart contract, we will say, you know, that we can notify the transporter that the condition of these particular blocks is not good. So you have to deliver it to this particular place only. You do not transport into this. So this smart contract is one of the way in which using IoT and blockchain, you are securing, or you can using this in supply chain management for proper transportation to better your supply chain management methods. So this is the way it is also embedded in various of the supply chain management platform. Okay, I have already discussed what is shared ledger. Earlier, it is like you say, it is a physical ledger, but now it is a digital ledger in which every node is having one of its copy. Okay, so these ledger are having similar copy in each and every node. Okay, and I have said you what is digital signature. In digital signature, we is using asymmetric cryptography. Asymmetric and symmetric cryptography are the two techniques which everybody is, I think everybody is know. You are sharing an asymmetric copy means there is a public key and a private key. Symmetric cryptography in which there is a single key. So if you are using a public key and private key, the private key is with yours. It cannot be shared with anyone. So the security will be enhanced. And digital signature using hash, it can be used to sign the data. So a possibility of forging the data or possibility of any of the hacking of the data is very much reduced. I'm not saying it is not possible, but it is very much reduced by using of this digital signature and asymmetric cryptography. Okay, so what is hash function? I have already shown hash function means suppose I am writing a message. I am Sonika. If I change a bit of Sonika to Monica, S to M, then this hash code which has been generated, it is changed. I have changed a one letter, but if I change a bit, then also the hash will be changed. So the blockchain network will notify that if there is a change in some of the transaction. So this is the way cryptographic property of hashing help to maintain the digital fingerprints of the data. Means if you change anything, like we were using our fingerprint to log in and log out, likewise the hash is one of the digital fingerprint for the data. Okay, it is like pre-image resistance. Means if there is a message Sonika, for Sonika the hash will be hash is unique. Means if I change a one bit, then hash will be different. Hash is a type of mathematical or a cryptographic way, or you can say a 0-bit combination. Okay, it is a collision resistance. Collision resistance means no two message, even a single bit difference is there, no two message can have the same property. Okay, avalanche effect. Avalanche effect means there is a change. If you change a single bit, then there is a large change in the hash function. So it is very much, it is very much difficult to change any hash. So this type of mathematical security is being maintained in the blockchain. So this blockchain is a network. It is a multidisciplinary research. It is a multidisciplinary research because mathematical way you can update. A mathematical department can update in this, or different algorithm can be applied. So this way blockchain can be useful. Okay. So, and another technology I have seen, what is a smart contract? It is a type of digital agreement signed between the nodes, and if whenever it is type of language like Solidity language is used generally, in which a contract is maintained, and if it is verified and signed, and Solidity language for defining a contractual condition under which the corporate bond can be made. Okay, so using this, government is also using this smart contract to, you can say, automatic for automation. Means if there is a change in something, it will be notified to the nodes. So you do not have to search every time what is happening in this network. So smart contract will notify you automatically whatever the changes will be done in your transactions. Okay, consensus algorithm is also one of the key. Consensus algorithm is also one of the key which is used, protocols which are used as a blockchain technology pillars. There are many consensus algorithms, but mostly it is proof of work, proof of stake, and proof of work. What is proof of work? Proof of work is basically the first consensus mechanism which is used by Bitcoin, which is a cryptocurrency, which is introduced by Satoshi Nakamoto first in 2008. So this, what is proof of work? Here the miners solve certain puzzles, mathematical puzzles, and who is the winner? That can add the data in the network, that can add the transaction in the network. So it is very important consensus algorithm in the network. Okay, another, it is used by Bitcoin and Ethereum. Another type of consensus algorithm, these consensus algorithm are along, it's a protocol type. As you know, protocol is a set of rules. So this is also a set of rules which is applied in the blockchain network. How you can add, how can you change, what is the manner, what is Merkle to root, how it is created, all that is done by consensus protocol. And this, every miner means every node can be a miner. Okay, but they have to use their computational power. These nodes, blockchain nodes are what? Blockchain nodes are basically the different type of computers. Okay, so they should have a mathematical calculation or mathematical power or hardware circuitry that is to be used. Okay, now proof of stake is what? Proof of stake, like I am having certain type of authority, so I can be a miner in this net. So proof of stake means you have to share your authority, and then you can be a miner or you can add the transaction. These are proof of stake algorithm. That second algorithm is proof of stake. So what is the difference between proof of work and proof of stake? As you know, proof of work requires certain hardware circuitry. So energy consumption in proof of work is more. Whereas in proof of stake, you have certain tokens that will help you to take control of the network. Okay. The strength of the proof of work is there, the network tokens having higher security. Okay. But in proof of stake, it have lower energy consumptions. It has lower energy consumption and allows speed and performance. Here the miner, they are the validators. Here energy and infrastructure are used because another type of circuitry is used for to be a miner for proof of work. Okay, but here the tokens are issued, and you can submit your token and be the miner, be the validator or the miner. Next, it is heavily cost energy and to operate this equipment, and it requires less cost. Okay, and it is very easier for participant, but proof of work require more security. Proof of work required or create more security as compared to proof of stake. Okay, so what are actually this discussion of blockchain? My topic is blockchain technology, benefits, challenges, and application. So first of all, what is our benefits till now? What we have discussed, there is encryption. We have used encryption that will help in the security. Immutability means once you have added the data, you cannot change, you cannot deny that I have added the data. If you have a registry, you are the owner of the any of the land property, you cannot deny, no one other can deny you that you are not the owner, I am the owner. So immutability is one of the aspects which is used by blockchain technology. Security, I have said, encryption and hashing is used. Tokenization, likewise, you all know what is NFT, non-fungible token, now used. How like suppose I want a copyright for my music. Then NFT is issued. And then this NFT will give you the identity that it is your music. It cannot be sold. Likewise, this tokenization is one of the concepts which is very used in the blockchain network. Okay. So NFT is one of the technology. Next is decentralization and distributed network. This is helpful for reducing the single point of failure. Then there is cost saving. Okay. As you know, if we maintain a ledger which is transferred between each of the government agency, so it will take time. If we want an agreement which has to be transferred, first I will sign it, then another person will sign it, then another person will sign it, then it will be creating a cost. It will increase our cost, and it is also increasing our time. So it is one of the way for reducing the cost and also the efficiency, because no one can deny now, no, I don't have time, I do not get that file, because everything is there in your node. So you cannot deny that I am not aware of this. So this is where the efficiency and trust is maintained by the blockchain network. So now the smart city concept and all that, this is only because of blockchain network. So it is one of the future technology which is used. Now, like you know, metaverse is gaining momentum. So metaverse, in that also your data is being displayed and AI is used and cloud is used. Then how you can secure your data? Only through blockchain network. You can secure your network. Okay, so what are the strengths of blockchain and blockchain network? Blockchain is a technology that provides vigilant, timestamp, immutable, and consensus-based data storage. Blockchain is a technology that provides efficient ledger, storage mechanism, and distributed environment with appropriate authentication and authorization based on the real role of stakeholder. Okay, depending on the need of the application domain, either permission or permissionless blockchain environment can be set up. I will explain what is permission and permissionless environment, like what are the different type of blockchain. Blockchain can be a private, public, or consortium. Private means the blockchain network created for only that particular organization or a set of organization. Public, which can be used by anyone. Anyone can be the node to be added to within the blockchain. Okay, and consortium is the combination of public and private blockchain. Likewise, permission and permissionless blockchain are also similar. Permission means if you have the permission to be added or to be contribute in this network, then only you can allow. And permissionless means anyone can allow, like which is a public blockchain network. Okay, so blockchain as a service. Now you know cloud as a service, which has evolved. We don't know how the earlier the small phones are used. Now the various smartphones are used, and you can access your data from anywhere. So how it can be accessible? It is only using the cloud technology. So likewise, in future, everything will be in blockchain, secured, and privacy is maintained through blockchain. Okay, this is the blockchain, public blockchain, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Private blockchain, I have already explained for particular organization, that is multi-chain and Monax. And consortium blockchain, it is Hyperledger and R3CE2. I will explain each and everything in later. Okay, so these are the some of the way which can be represented, like public blockchain, private blockchain. There are certain type of restriction. As you know, it's a type of firewall is created. And in consortium, some nodes are public and some nodes are basically having the permission, means they are restricted, they are privately owned by the organization. So now we will move on to different application. After the application, I will learn what are the challenges we are facing, because it is a national policy which is using this blockchain technology, as you know, and everything, blockchain is also used by the you can say it can be used in wrong way also, like in you can say in for wrong deeds, like amusements and various other things through which blockchain network can be used. Like in dark net, it is very used. Okay, and like cryptocurrency is used. Likewise, Bitcoin is used by the terrorist, but that why it is not legible. But we can use blockchain. They are using Bitcoining, but you do not confuse with Bitcoin with a blockchain. Blockchain is a technology that is used by Bitcoin, but you can use this blockchain in better manner, like in e-land registry, birth registry, financial services, supply chain management, healthcare management, airlines. And I will explain some of this, like it is used in finance. It can be used in cloud and edge technology. It can be used in big data technology. It can be used with IoT. It can be used with healthcare management and education and all that. So some of the application I am going to discuss with you, which is very important, and nowadays it is gaining momentum. One of the technology, that is blockchain model for healthcare. How it is using, how your data, like your MRI data or all over your data, all whatever you have checked, medical records, how it can be secured, why it is going to be secured, and what is the need of security for maintaining health. Suppose you have listing all your records. Okay, so if there is electronic health record should be maintained using blockchain. So you can collect these records throughout the patient life. Means once if you have entitled for blockchain EHR, means electronic health record, a network has been created and your data is secured. How it is secured? It is secured using the data lake. In data lake, these records are maintained and only the index file is circulated in the network. Means its index is circulated in the network, and from that you can check it. Means once I am a patient of suppose somebody is a cancer patient. Cancer patient data is very sensitive. Nobody want that I will share my personal information to anything. So this is encrypted using a blockchain network. Now, if this blockchain network, some nodes are doctors, some are some your psychologists, some your physicists, and some are your different type of medicine agent. These all are there, which are there in the nodes. Okay, so with your permission only the data is shared. No other one can access your data without your permission, because it is digitally signed. So whenever there is a transfer in the data from the data lake then you will be authorized. Means for every person there is a dashboard is created, and for that dashboard you can check who have checked or who have accessed your data. If you are not allowing anyone to access your data, then nobody can access. So this way the health information is secure, but it is used and for proper monitoring as well as timely patient access or patient के help के लिए for patient help it can be used. So health information for provider and data for personal devices and sensors, means there are also sensors are applied, means IoT is enabled, but these data is secured in the data lake using the blockchain network. Okay, so data lake contains your record, and only the hash function key values are stored in the blockchain network. Means the more you don't have a large amount of storage, it can be saved using only index. Index means a link is saved in the blockchain ledger. So you cannot say I am consuming very much amount of space. So it is reduced using the indexing technique. Okay. So it is type of healthcare provider creates a medical record, prescription, your prescription, lab test, pathology result, MRI result are shared in the healthcare data lake. Okay. And digital signature would be created to verify the authenticity of document or your image. Then health data would be encrypted and sent to the data lake. Means whenever you are adding the data, it should encrypt it. And whenever you are fetching the data or anyone accessing your data, it should be de-encrypted. And encryption and de-encryption are only helpful whenever you have the key. If you don't have the key, you cannot you cannot decrypt the data because you don't have the key. So this is where the maintaining the security. Okay, so it's a data lake. Data lake supports interactive queries, text mining, text analysis, machine learning. So blockchain is not single technology. It can be merged with various other technology to enhance the research. Okay, so it can be very useful and it can be applied in many other things. Another, like I have explained, EHR, electronic health record for patient, that can be stored and managed using blockchain technology because for their decentralized nature, reliability, immutability. Reliability means every time the data is available. If sometime a doctor want to access your data, whatever test you have given, taken, whatever medicine you have taken, whether you have an allergy for something, whether you have something, all these details are there in the data lake. Okay, and if you allow the doctor to access the data, then it can access and give you the it can access your data and give you certain type of medicines or some help. So likewise, this smart contract and all that can be helpful. Smart contract means a digital contract, so it can be notify you if somebody have accessed your data. So this is the way the security is maintained. Okay, in order to guarantee the availability of the system, this technique similarly uses asymmetric key and also certain thing. Okay, so this type of more blockchain model for healthcare that I have already, patient uses mobile device. Also, we can implement it in mobile platform. If we can implement in web, we can also use in mobile computing to assign access permission to the data. Okay, it can provide user health application to access data. You can decrypt and encrypt the data. Okay, data lakes. In data lakes, your data is saved. You are sharing only the index file in the blockchain network. All the data is not there, only index means hash value is there in the data in your every nodes. And if you want to access the data, if any of the doctor or any pathology want to access them, then you will allow, then only he can access the data. So in this model, user have single control over his data. It can access specific healthcare provider. Okay, the decentralized nature of data combined with digitally signed transaction ensure that adversary cannot pose or corrupt the data. Means your data cannot be changed. If there is a changes, it can be notified to you. Okay, these all model which I have learned from various research paper that I am sharing here. It's not the research, I am taking it as a review, and one of the paper I have review paper I have given in one conference based on this healthcare data. Okay, so you can also have IoT sensor like your smartwatch. The data is coming to in the blockchain network. Okay, so that data can be secure. If you want a monitoring of any of the patient, that can also be secure. Okay, so this is the blockchain, one of the model which I have discussed in one of the paper. It means there is a cloud, there is an admin, there is a smart contract. And what is this? It is IPFS storage. It is also one of the way through which one of the way of storage which is using DHT table. DHT table is basically what? DHT table is an hash table. Hash table, as you know, in between this blockchain network and this DHT table. This is hash table which is already sharing your index. So this is can be used very safely. Your data is on safe hand, not in a wrong hand. Means you are going to be notified by each and every person. Okay, if there is changes. Okay, another thing of any other application of blockchain is using education and research in biomedicine. In biomedicine, it can also be used like biological research. You can use your data is safe. It cannot be shared or it cannot be used by any other person because it is in the data lake, and that key you are having. You can only share the data when you know the person and you authorize the person to share the data. So data fabrication is prevented. Okay, clinical research can be easily helpful for this blockchain network. As you know, in COVID situation, whenever if you want to be a clinical research, you want to contribute, then all your data, means your all personal health records should be there in the data lake, and all doctors can access it. So if you want to share share your data, then only the person can access the data. Okay, then another methods of blockchain application is remote patient observation. What is remote patient observation? You can monitor the data using various body sensor network, using mobile devices like your smartwatches. Okay, so you can also having the data coming from the IoT going to the cloud, and through cloud it is having in the blockchain network, and there is a smart contract will be suggesting that that person is having a heart attack. So that can be also be implemented in using blockchain networks, because these smart contracts are basically a key which is used in blockchain network. Okay, so I have also created one of the Ethereum networks, that is MetaMask, which is helpful in creating your digital wallet. Means you can have the digital wallet, you can have the transaction, and many of the students are using this in e-commerce platform. So this MetaMask is also a very important topic. There are the truffle network that is used in the blockchain, that is also using the blockchain network for you can create a voting mechanism, or you can create your network. So there are and many other IITs and many other institutes are providing you the network. If you say that it's very costly to create a blockchain network, but many of the IIT and many of the national institutes are providing you the hardware and providing you the infrastructure to develop this network, to develop and use this network. So you can test and you can create based on your requirement. Means you can create a new technique for supply chain management. You can create a new technique for any other type of requirement which can use this blockchain network. Okay, like insurance claim for health can also use this blockchain network to maintain transparency, immutability, auditability of records. Okay, insurance, because insurance also has certain type of requirements. If it is a person is 60-year age, then it has not given the insurance, and if it has these type of records, then it cannot be given insurance. So medical insurance. So these type of can be implemented using one of the MIS store, one of the application which is developed for medical insurance. It is also based on blockchain. Okay, so what are the various blockchain methods that have its merits and demerits? Like its merit is it's having better communication range. It is also using the 5G communication, and it has using your records of the patient, saving the record, but having an higher privacy rate. But some of the demerits, like it has certain complexity and more resource usage. Okay, some of the benefits of other benefits like decentralization, no single point of failure, then improve privacy and information security. So as you all know, with encryption and hashing, you can improve the security. Then you have the ownership of record because you have digitally signed the data. So you have the ownership. You can maintain the ownership of the health records. You can have availability of the data because it is a ledger technology, which is having, it is a data lake which is available to everybody. Only you want having the key, then you can access. But data is available in the data lake. So this is the benefit of healthcare data. You have more trust, security, more verifiability of the data. Okay, so these are some more benefits like data reliability. That data reliability means there are certain means your data is available and nobody can change its location. It can be possible to secure data, store client health records. Consistency is maintained means your medical record, if you are changing your medical means MRI is changed or your any of the accuracy of your any of the medical prescription is changed, then it is changed in each and every node. Okay, data certainty should be there. Managing expense of healthcare because it's cost saving. Suppose I am here and I want to share my data to the different cross border or cross country doctor, like in US and any other of the continent, then you cannot share each and everything. But if the blocks of records are there, then it can be easily changed because it is recorded and maintained. So you can, if you want to share your health data, it can be easily shared with the user. As you know, it's very important nowadays because anyone can have, it's any country can have the access to your data, but with a secured method, because your privacy is what must of the important for everyone. Your privacy means you are the core. Citizen is the core. That is the aim. So that is why your privacy is must important. So blockchain technology in government operation, I have already said e-registry, one of the technique. Okay, like excellent example of blockchain application, like in Dubai and Switzerland, they are also using it for tourist management, and also in smart city, smart travel destination uses this blockchain technology. Medical tourism, I have already discussed, using this blockchain network to maintain the record, maintain the security. Okay, another application area is supply chain management, which I have initiated when I have given an example like supply chain management of a fruit business. Okay, like the supply chain management generally considered an area for can be used by blockchain technology. It is in demand, as you all know. Everything now, services are the main motive. Means service, if you want to give a service, you may have to maintain a service. If supply chain management is properly maintained, then proper services is given to the customer. So supply chain management, proper handling of supply chain management can be done using blockchain. Okay, like tracking of origin, from where the your product is originated, you can track it because there is a smart contract, IoT sensors, and there is proper authenticity and authorization to each and every user. Okay, and with the smart contract, there is proper notation. So this is in a basis to assert ethical claims as well as to gain fair trade qualification. You can have better trading mechanism. Okay, so these are the main concept or main advantage of using blockchain in supply chain management, like avoidance of delay. Means where is your data, where is your product, you can easily track. So what is the delay, you can check check where is your product, why it does not reached at time. So data availability and availability of the data and product on time can be done using blockchain network. Okay, it will increase your trust. Okay, it is also increasing the transparency. Means which product is now is where in you can track it, and then you can easily handle what is in the present scenario, what is the condition of that product, and you can, based on your condition of the product, you can trace and check and then deliver. Okay, so these are the supply chain management certain advantages, and these are blockchain in supply chain management, like your credit management, invoice management. Credit, you can give issued letter of credits, Okay, in banking industry also blockchain is now applying, like in know your customer. You can have various insurance, you can reduce your cost. Okay, you can have monthly fees, you can reduce transparency, you can enhance transparency, and you can have various policies on insurance policy के base पे आप proper decision ले सकते हैं maintaining the blockchain network. It's costly, but with as the number of customer is added to your network, then that cost is reduced. As you know, if number of customer is high, the maintenance of your blockchain network cost is reduced. So initially it is costly, but for time, after some time, it will be in cost saving. Okay, it is also used in agriculture, like in IoT, having the data, what is your farm data, it cannot be shared with other. Okay, so that can also be easily maintained. Food and ever-growing population, as you know, with we are an agriculture country, so various climate change and floods and all that are very very devastating our farmland. So how we can reduce this, and how we can help our farmer to overcome these challenges? So this can also be using blockchain network. As you all know, IoT is one of the technique to help the farmer, but now blockchain is adding security in that network. Okay, so in the agriculture domain, self-executing smart contract means a farmer land is very in very far area from the farmer, or from the owner. So with this smart contract, or having the IoT, if some data is come, you can track and then take the decision. Okay, so agriculture insurance is also one of the area where blockchain is used. Okay, like you are creating a wallet, digital wallet. I have already explained that MetaMask is one of the digital wallet you can use. Likewise, for agriculture, we can maintain a wallet, and for that, different type of help can be given to the farmer. Okay, Agri Digital is one of the platform or a cloud-based commodity management solution which is already developed for the global grain industry. It connects grain farmer, buyer, and site operator and financer for real-time data analysis, as well as to maintain the contract. It is also a cloud-based technology. Okay. So these are the techniques, roles of ICT, or roles of blockchain in various of the techniques. Okay, like as you know, with the current technology, blockchain, smart contract, improved supply chain monitoring, and food safety and insurance in agriculture. Okay, this is also one of the example which I have taken from one of the paper. Like it is a mobile wallet which has been created for farmer. Okay, this wallet having a dot coin, like this dot coin will be given to them, and based on that, this means dot coin means there are the methods to monitor the data, whether the farmland facing a drought issue, or when less rain supply and all that. So they are giving certain coins. That is not a cryptocurrency. These are tokens, and based on that token, if farmer has having various losses, then it can be given certain help by the government. So these are the method through which farmer can be using the satellite data. You can monitor the farmland, and then based on smart contract, you can help the farmers. So this is one of the way in which the mobile wallet and blockchain network is used helpful. Okay, as you all know, now everything in the area of energy management, many work is going down. Like you all know, now EV, electric vehicles are in boom. They are very much used. Okay, so for this energy management, we can also use this blockchain network. Okay, we can have zero carbon credits. Okay, so how we can check? We can have a certain type of monitoring, and that monitoring data is secured by the blockchain network. Okay, so this can be easily using in energy management. Many countries are using blockchain in energy management. These are certain enterprises that are implementing blockchain technology, like Facebook, Google, okay, many other, British Airways, Alibaba, Toyota, and all. They are planning to use the blockchain, and also in some part they are using. So it is a way to, you can do a blockchain project. You can identify any of the problem, what are its goal, the application I have already discussed. You can check what are the problem you want to solve using blockchain. Okay, then you can have certain type of consensus algorithm, because I have shared two type of consensus: proof of work and proof of stake. Proof of work is better secured, but it required costly hardware circuitry. But proof of stake only required tokens. Okay, there are many important platforms are there. You can design the architecture, you can design many applications, then you can build an interfaces to run that application. Okay. This is a simple blockchain development life cycle. Like you have the proof of concept, and then you have deployed the identify the problem, then you identify the goal, then you identify consensus algorithm, then you identify the most important platform. Like you can want Ethereum platform, you want Hyperledger platform. Ethereum is one of the platform which is using smart contract, and Hyperledger is a permission platform, means only restricted organization can contribute in that. Then you can design the architecture, then you configure your application, you can build an API, and you can then build an admin and user interface, how user can interact or how admin can interact with this blockchain network. It is a simple blockchain life cycle which you can use to develop your project using blockchain network. Okay, these are certain challenges which is there in the blockchain network adoption. Like one of the security issue, as you know, it is secure network, but still there is a way to, like, there is an attack on also blockchain network, like 51% attack. Suppose there are 100 nodes, and 100 nodes are on that nodes, 51 nodes are hackers. If that node, I know in public network, if 51 nodes are hackers, then the your blockchain network will be compromised. Means hacker have the more shares of the network, so they can track your blockchain network to anything. They can do anything. So it is one of the attack which is done on the blockchain network. Okay, it has scalability problem issue, because now I say as the customer will be increased, your cost will be reduced. But if you initially when the customer are low, it may cost you high. But as like in smart city, there are many things like water supply, your electric supply, network supply, internet supply, and all this telephonic supply. All these are data. So initially when you develop, as your customer will be added, then that low scalability issue and can be reduced, and your data should be cost efficient. Okay, it require higher consumption, but if you use, if no lesser security is there, then you can use proof of stake consensus algorithm. Okay, and there are also less number of person are now blockchain, no blockchain technology, means workforce is less, so nobody know what is blockchain technology. So as the blockchain concept will be introduced, and which will be favorable to all, like cloud technology and like IoT technology, everybody know. So now as the education in blockchain technology enhances, this technology will improve our society and improve the method or the way we are living in our society. Okay, so this is the conclusion that evolved, which I have created with this my PPT, that a national blockchain infrastructure is evolved now, that can be used for development and deployment of blockchain application, supported with sandbox for testing multiple blockchain solution using various technology like IoT, cloud, and many other technology can be merged with a blockchain infrastructure to get better infrastructure for our country, as well as for better future, like very better smart city like Indore is going to be developed. Then blockchain network should be there. The most prominent study of these days is going to be fusion of blockchain with AI. As you know, metaverse, it is a hot topic. It is a cutting edge technology now. It is blooming. So in metaverse also, blockchain is used, because in metaverse, you can have a digital platform in which you can show your data and anything. So this data should be secured. Your data is your data. It cannot be taken from your, it cannot be authorized to be used by any other person. If you are giving the authority to access that data, then it can be accessed by the person. So blockchain network is very much The core of the blockchain network is cryptography, hashing, smart contract, digital ledger. Okay, these are the core, which is providing you the secure platform, immutable platform for developing any of the application. Okay, in research and development, it is India is going to become a leader using this blockchain technology. If we are if we able to use this technology better, then India will become one of the leader in the research and development. As you know, in Chandrayaan, this is also used like in drone for delivery of the medicines or delivery of anything through using drone. Blockchain network is used. So this is all which is given in my talk. This is the summary of the talk, and these are the references which I have taken from various journals as well as conferences. Okay, and these are the links. There are also a national platform. NIC is also giving you the Center of Excellence for Blockchain Technology. So you can use that network. You can develop your network using these technology, using these platforms. Means you have the hardware network, you get the infrastructure. Only what you should develop a concept, proof of concept for any of the problem you want to solve. Social problem can be solved using blockchain. And then you don't have to, you can have the access to the government blockchain network if you request, and your proof of concept or your research methodology is approved, then you get the access to this blockchain technology network given by the government, developed by IIT Bangalore and ISCC Bangalore. They have given this network. Okay, so this is all about. Thank you. If anyone has any doubt and any question. If anyone has any doubt, any question, I am not able to convey my thoughts to anybody in any of the area, please ask.
Any participants, do you have any query? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
ma'am.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Just one question. Can I use blockchain technology in dairy farming?
Yes, sir, you can use.
How?
Sir, means data can be anything. Either it is physical or means data, it can be tangible or intangible. If you want to secure your physical data, that can also you can use. And like your IPR and dairy in dairy, that means it's a documented form. And
Yes.
you means I am the owner, I want this delivery to whole, like suppose in Indore, a farmer, if you maintain a network, then where it has to be delivered, check the quality of that product, and then you can deliver. So it can be maintained. Now it is not available, but that proof of concept you can develop using these. I said this IIT, ISSR, and these IITs, and have developed this infrastructure. You can use that infrastructure test network. You can test your proof of concept, and you can check whether it is going to be work or not. But I think we can develop this on many other applications. So dairy farming can also be helpful. Can be.
Thank you, ma'am.
Any other? Okay. So no one queries are here, ma'am. So thank you so much, ma'am, for the sharing your profound knowledge and with your experience with us. That would be beneficial for us for the present here. So now, on behalf of the Sri Vaishnav Institute of Agriculture, I again thanks to sparing with us for your busy schedules and providing in the useful knowledge about the block technology. So now I'll stop here. Now I am request Dr. Bhavesh sir as Assistant Professor, CSE Department, to propose words of thanks. Please, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good evening,
Welcome.
one and all present here. As we come to the closure of Udhbhavana 2023-24 session 3rd, it's my privilege to propose words of thanks on behalf of organizing team to all those who have helped us in making this session such a resounding success. Firstly, I want to express my gratitude to our speaker of the day, Dr. Sonika Srivastav, for kindly accepting our invitation and gracing the event with her valuable sharing. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
I am very grateful to Dr. Upinder Dhar sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Shri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya, Indore, who gave the opportunity to organize this session and providing us with all the possible support towards conducting the event. Thank you, sir. No event can take shape without hardworking leader. It was the dedication and enthusiasm of Udhbhavana coordinator, Dr. Shobha Jain, who made this event possible in online mode. I express my heartfelt gratitude towards Madam for her enormous cooperation and organization of Udhbhavana. Thank you so much, ma'am. I acknowledge and thanks the unwavering support received from all the faculty and staff members. And last but not the least, thank you all the participants for being with us, for participating actively in the session. We are looking forward for your future participation. I once again thank you everyone whose contribution has made this session a successful one. Thank you all. Have a nice day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you. It was really nice presentation and delivered very effectively. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. My pleasure.
मैडम क्लोज कर देंगे प्रोग्राम
Yeah, sir. My side